While the writing is on the wall for National Police Commissioner General Khehla Sithole, he was given until Tuesday this week to give President Cyril Ramaphosa reasons why he should not be suspended. While Sithole has written back to Ramaphosa paving the way for a decision on the police commissioner's future. The impending suspension is also given credence by a letter seen by Newzroom Afrika from Police Minister Khehla to Sithole, in which approval for a trip to Germany was withdrawn. Khehla has approved the trip 2 days earlier. In the letter sent to Sithole yesterday, Khehla cites the upcoming elections, the killing of police officers and the July civil unrest as reasons for the decision. Sithole's woes came after the High Court in Pretoria found he breached his duties when he sought to stall an iPad investigation into the controversial procurement of a grabber surveillance machine at inflated prices. It's understood the president is expected to make a decision in the coming days. Well, let's get more on that story and the state of the SAPS. We're joined now by Tumelo Mogodiseng, SA. He's with the South African Police Union. He's the General Secretary there, and former Chairperson of the Correctional Services Portfolio Committee, Bloem. Good evening to both of you, gentlemen, and thank you so much for your time. Tumelo, let me perhaps begin with you. It seems that this is the moment where the tensions that we have seen playing themselves out between the National Commissioner and the Police Minister hits somewhat of a crescendo. Do you think there's going to be clarity about his future once there is this process of an inquiry that we're told the President is looking into?
Good evening to you and to the viewers at home. We as SAP want to state that we welcome the President's actions with reservations, and we believe that the intent to suspend the National Commissioner is politically motivated. The judgment came as early as January, with a damning judgment against the National Commissioner and the 2 deputies. It was serious as far as January. The President did not act. 10 months down the line, you are saying the National Commissioner must give you the reasons why you should not suspend him. What makes it serious after 10 months? So we believe that this thing was very long overdue, but now it's politically motivated, and the President should do the right thing to the country. This thing is political. We believe as SAPU that it has as a result between the fight between the National Commissioner and the Minister. And intent to what is suspension? Suspension, you suspend a person if the person is going to interfere with the investigation. Is there any investigation that is going on against the National Commissioner? Or what we have done impact on the organization? Already by January, the judgment was impacting on the organization and the national...
I think I'm going to have to let you go so that you can manage that ringing phone there. Mr. Bloem, let me bring you in here. Many would argue, of course, that the writing has been on the wall for some time for the police commissioner, but the important issue that is raised by Tumelo is why there's been such unclarity and so little action when it comes to the tensions that were brewing between himself and the minister.
Good afternoon, Kathy, and good afternoon to the viewers. That's exactly our point. You see, Kathy, we have said that the President must fire both the Minister of Police, Khehla, and the Commissioner, because we cannot allow and have tension within the police. There is totally no cooperation between the two. There's no relationship between Khehla and Khehla Sithole. So that's why we have said that as early as last year already, that these two people are damaging the image of the police. They must be fired. But Kathy, we must say that President Cyril Ramaphosa is inconsistent when it comes to taking action. Let me show you why we are saying that. The commissioner that have now retired from Correctional Services, Arthur Fraser. Arthur Fraser was redeployed from South African secret state agency, because there was serious problems and allegations against him. Instead of suspending him like the president is suspending now, Khehla, no, he redeployed him to Correctional Services. We have asked, as the Congress of the People, we have asked many questions. That's why we are asking now. Is Khehla a soft target? Is he not a comrade of the ANC? That's why the president can take this type of action against him. President Ramaphosa must be consistent when applying the law. He must not put politics above running this country. We are not impressed with what he is doing. David Mahlobo, the commission of the Zondo Commission, asked him 2 months ago, why is David Mahlobo and Arthur Fraser still in the services of government? He said he's waiting for a report. That is inconsistency of the president of the country.
And those are very important issues for you to raise, Mr. Bloem. Do you think, or rather let me rephrase that, what kind of role do you think that the July unrest has played in leading us to where we are today? Because, of course, when we talk about accountability for that period in and of itself, and we've seen the president come under pressure from different sectors in the country, especially the business community, for why there was such little inaction when it came to the responses of the police to that violence. Do you think that that changed how this conversation was being had?
No, Kathy, I'm repeating. This is a political decision. Inconsistency of President Ramaphosa. That thing of July, you can also ask questions. You see that pen issue, program of the former Director General Arthur Fraser was mentioned in the Zondo Commission of this secret group of people, intelligence people that were recruited. This pen agency was funded by 600 million rand. Now, if you want to go deeper into that thing, you see Jafta, the acting Director General, was saying that there is chaos in the intelligence. Now, why did President Cyril Ramaphosa redeploy Arthur Fraser and not taking action against Arthur Fraser, like he's taking action now against Khehla? That is our question. It is political. Khehla is not politically connected to a group, a faction within the ANC. That's why this type of action is being taken now against Khehla.
All right, Mr. Bloem, thank you for that contribution. Tumelo, ultimately, this is the last thing that we need in the country for a South African police service that in many ways is already somewhat on its knees.
Yes, Katie. Look, as SAP, we're going to stick to principle. If you talk about the seriousness of this case, when it became serious, because it happened 10 months back, and we cannot afford a situation, and we must not be seen as if we are defending General Sithole. No, we are defending a principle. If General Sithole have to account for his action, he could have accounted as early as January because of the processes of court. They has not stopped the president from taking action departmentally, so that you cannot leave a national commissioner with a dark cloud hanging on top of his head whilst he's leading the police and is the custodian of discipline in the city. But you leave him for 10 months with that cloud, and after 10 months you are saying this matter is serious. When did it become serious? That is the concern of the union. Right. We are not different. The National Commissioner must account. No one is above the law. The National Commissioner must account like a constable, like anyone else. But why now? Because this matter is so serious, the judgment is damning. Why President takes the action only now?
All
and
right,
the President is...
We're going to have to leave it there. Unfortunately, we've run out of time for that conversation. And thank you both for your contribution.